The Death Star was an ultimate weapon, and we know that the Rebel Alliance had detailed plans about how it worked. So why didn't the Rebel Alliance build the Death Star, and what would have happened if they did? Firstly, it's important to note that we're going to be talking more about the New Republic, the government that the Rebellion put in place to succeed the Empire, more than the Rebel Alliance itself. You see, the Rebellion didn't have anywhere near enough resources to build the Death Star. Also, they only had 4 years between getting the plans and the Battle of Endor, so there's no way they could have built it before it became the Galactic Republic again. For this theory, we're going to be setting it after the New Republic manages to seize control of Coruscant and re-establish its government. From here, they managed to defeat the Empire at the Battle of Jakku, and within a year, they signed the Galactic Concordance, meaning that the war with the Imperial remnants is officially over. From here, the new Chancellor puts forward an act to begin construction on a new Death Star, one with the sole purpose to defend their democracy, one that would destroy threats from across the galaxy. Now, realistically, this would never happen. By the time the Republic was re-established itself, the galaxy was in utter turmoil still. The Imperial remnants had been destroying huge portions of the galaxy's infrastructure as part of Sidious's contingency plan, the idea that they should wipe the slate clean. For this reason, the New Republic really didn't have enough resources spare to go building colossal battle stations, and this is far from the only reason. Following the Galactic Concordance, both the new First Order and the Republic signed what's known as a Disarmament Pact. Now, this basically means they both simultaneously shrink the sizes of their militaries and navies. Now, as we know, the First Order did not honour this pact, instead they grew their armed forces in secret. But the Republic did, and they believed that the First Order was doing the same. And if they were to go around building Death Star-like battle stations, it would be in direct violation of this pact. And finally, there's the fact that the Senate would never allow this to happen. All the leaders of the systems who have now joined the New Republic only just got power back from Sidious's military governors, who for the last 2 decades had been reaving their systems for wealth and materials. And by allowing the new Chancellor to build a planet-destroying superweapon, it's putting them back on a very slippery slope to an autocracy. And they didn't want another empire, therefore they would never vote for and allow a new Death Star to be built. Make no mistake, many did fear the First Order and wanted to be protected, but they did not want to repeat what had happened with the Clone Wars, allowing their fears to put a tyrant in control of the entire galaxy. They preferred to use politics and words as opposed to weapons and threats. But for this theory, we're going to say that it is rebuilt. Now instantly this has 2 very big knock-on effects. Firstly, the Disarmament Pact would not have been honoured, so both the First Order and New Republic would have far larger militaries and navies. And secondly, with the huge amounts of resources being used in the Death Star's construction, the galaxy would have far less of its infrastructure rebuilt, ultimately meaning it will be far less prosperous than it is in our timeline. Now, realistically, even if a Death Star-like battle station with the capability of destroying planets was created by the New Republic, it probably wouldn't make too much of a difference. Assuming the First Order still had Starkiller Base, a vastly superior weapon to the Death Star, it can fire longer distances and can hit numerous targets at once. For this reason, the Death Star would just be targeted as well as the Republic fleet and key systems, meaning that the First Order would still destroy majority of the Republic's vital assets in its preemptive strike, so the difference is really minimal. However, if the Republic was to launch a preemptive strike against the First Order, it would drastically change events. For this theory, we're going to say the Republic's Death Star comes out of hyperspace and destroys Starkiller Base. Instantly, this kills off a huge portion of the First Order's leadership. Kylo Ren, Phasma, General Hux, as well as countless personnel. The rest of the First Order's fleet would be quickly swept up, and they would move to stomp out the rest of the First Order's refuges, including bringing an end to the mysterious Supreme Leader Snoke. And without their superweapon, the First Order would fall, and the Republic would unite the galaxy once again, with the last of Sidious's regime being scorned away. Now, this is incredibly unlikely, but it shows what a more aggressive New Republic could look like. However, there'd be a cost to doing this for everybody who lived under the New Republic. The galaxy left behind would be very different. The New Republic would resort to using its colossal military far quicker when politics failed them. Been formed through war as opposed to negotiating, it's possible it would be far more militaristic than the idealist image that the Rebel Alliance had planned when they started this war all that time ago. But what do you think a galaxy under this New Republic alone would look like? And do you think the Republic would ever build this superstation? I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and sub, as it's always appreciated and helps the channel grow. And follow me on Twitter at TheLawGuy for regular updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.